Godspeed to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
It is so surprising that a lot of people ask if one can make soup with groundnuts or peanut, and my answer is yes. Hello beautiful family, welcome to my channel. In today's video, what I have for you is how to make Nigeria groundnut soup. You can as well call it peanut soup. So let's dive right into the video so I can show you how I came up with this delicious groundnut soup you are seeing right here. First thing first, this is a fresh groundnut or peanut. You can decide to make this soup with a fresh groundnut, of which I have the video on my channel here, but for today's video I'll be roasting it myself before using it for this healthy and delicious groundnut soup. Yeah, let's get into roasting the groundnut. On this stage, it is very important to note that you can pan roast or oven roast the groundnut, and I am oven roasting it because my body no one problem at all. Meanwhile, I've poured the quantity of groundnut I needed for the soup, and I'll spray it out on my oven tray, and I'll proceed to roast it in the oven with the lowest heat of my oven to avoid burn. Please do check the full video of this oven roasted peanut or groundnut in the description box of this particular video. Thank you. Once the groundnut are roasted to my desire, I will remove from the oven and allow it to cool down slightly, and then I will go ahead to peel off the skin. You can as well decide to leave the skin or peels on and blend everything together. By the way, groundnut peels are very healthy. Groundnut skin or peels have a lots and lots of health benefits. Yes, after peeling off the skin, I will set the groundnut aside, probably storing them in an airtight container until any day or month I am ready to use them. Yeah, in my clean pot I got some cow leg already, and I will go ahead to add some beef, stockfish, cow skin, and I will also season them with some chopped onion, seasoning cubes, salt and dry chili for some heat. Yes, I mean some heat, because this is groundnut soup, you need a lot of heat. And I will go ahead to stir, to combine and cover, to steam cook on a low heat for the proteins to release their own water for 6 to 8 minutes before adding my own little water. Okay, but note that you can use any protein of your choice when it comes to soups. Now that I'm ready to use the groundnut I roasted for so many days, I will roast the groundnut again, ready for soup, because the way you roast the one you chew or use to soak garri and the rest is different from the way you roast the one you use for soup, because you will really roast the one for soup very well, so that that roasting taste will really penetrate the groundnut in a Now you have to note that there are different ways of making groundnut soup, and it turns out so delicious. You can decide to make it light or thick, be it any consistency of your choice is always delicious. You can as well make the groundnut soup with peanut butter. It is very delicious as well. For me, most times if I don't have any strength to roast groundnuts, I go ahead buy my peanut butter to make my groundnut soup, and it turns out so delicious. Yes, I will keep roasting the groundnut here until it is perfectly crispy, not to release its oil content when blending, because I don't want it to release its oil content when blending, so that it will blend so smoothly. Okay, yeah. Please note that if you are using a local spices like ehiri, that is Calabash, Nutmeg or Uziza seed, you can feel free to roast them together with the groundnut just now, but I've done my roasting of all those spices down before now. Okay, what I normally do is to roast a lot of different local spices and store in my airtight container, so in case I have recipes like this groundnut soup and all the rest of them to cook, it won't be very difficult for me to start preparing them afresh. The groundnut is good to go now. I will remove from the heat and go ahead to blend them. For the blending of the roasted groundnut or peanut, I will go ahead to add some peanut in my dry meat blender with some crushed crayfish and blend until very smooth. Adding of the crayfish is just to prevent the groundnut from releasing much oil, okay, or stick on the blender's blade. I want the groundnut oil, not now but right in the groundnut soup. Okay, I will be blending in batches until I get the quantity I am looking for, and this is nicely and beautifully done. Once after blending the groundnut, I will as well go ahead to blend my pepper mix. Here I've got fresh tomato, Scotch bonnet pepper and onion. I like my groundnut soups very spicy. Please do use pepper to your desire. Alright, you can as well use red bell pepper or any other type of pepper just to boost the soup color and taste. Okay, there is no problem about that. Just feel free to do you. After prepping my ingredients, I will go ahead to check the proteins I've been still cooking, and as you can see, the proteins has released all this juice you are seeing right here. I will go ahead to add the peppermints I've just blended with some extra water and then stir and cover to cook. The pepper mix I've just added are cooked, but the cow leg is soft, it's not fully cooked. But at this stage, I will go ahead to add the groundnut or peanut I've just blended with the crayfish to cook together with the cow leg. Because apart from roasting the groundnut soup on its own does take time to cook. That is why I'm adding it with the cow leg to cook together. Meanwhile, when cooking your groundnut soup, make sure you reduce your heat to low medium to avoid burnt or splashing, except you want to give yourself some extra work after cooking. I will allow it to cook for 25 minutes on low heat. 25 minutes later, I will go ahead to add the calabash nut milk, Uziza seed, and a little more blended crayfish, dry fish, and stir. Why I do not add my spices earlier is because I do not want to lose their lovely flavor after cooking. As you can see, the groundnut soup has started releasing the oil from it. For that reason, I am not adding any extra oil, but you can feel free to add oil. There is no problem about that. I would allow the soup to cook for more 15 minutes to avoid running stomach. Okay, groundnut soup is one soup that when cooking it, one need to apply a little patience for it to cook very well to avoid visiting the toilet every now and then. Yeah, let's keep our finger crossed. By the time we return after 15 minutes, the groundnut soup would have released more of its oil, which indicates that the soup is really cooked well. It's been 15 minutes and I will go ahead to add some bitter leaf, just a little bitter leaf. Okay, have you seen that the groundnut soup has released more oil? Oh yes, you can decide not to add any leaf in your groundnut soup. There is no problem about that. It will also taste great. All the same, the best leaf to balance groundnut soup taste is bitter leaf or garden egg leaf. These two leaves is what we have been using in my house for our groundnut soup right from childhood. Honestly, groundnut soup on its own is very sweet and need a bitter stuff to balance the taste, and those leaves on their own is very medicinal. Once I'm done adding the bitter leaf, I will cover to cook just for 6 more minutes. The longer and well you cook your groundnut soup, the tastier it becomes. And here, beautiful family, the groundnut soup is ready. Do you see the oil that settled on top of the soup? Shows that the groundnut soup is well cooked. I do not add any extra oil. The only thing you need in your groundnut soup is patience and slow cooking. It will release all the oil and taste great. You can use any swallow of your choice to enjoy or eat this soup. Swallows like fufu, eba, banku, semolina, wheat, and even white rice. But for us here today, we are enjoying it with omotuo, which is rice ball, and the combo tasted so delicious. You can make this soup light or thick. As I earlier said, it all depends on your taste. Try making this healthy groundnut soup recipe for your family today and you will be happy you did. If you by any chance try this groundnut soup recipe, tag me on all social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even on YouTube here. Like this video, share this video, drop your lovely comment, and of course subscribe to our channel with your bell on to be notified anytime we upload amazing and healthy recipes like this. From me and all my crew, thank you so much for watching. Always remain blessed and we will sure see you in our next video. Bye bye.
We rise like tall buildings as the